Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Knights of the Eternal Throne. Now, Lana has just suggested something extremely nice, and I think you can probably tell what it is. Yeah, it's gonna be stomping time. We're gonna go stomping all over the place, and now this is probably one of my least favorite walkers, because I think there's been 3 walkers that we have so far commandeered, and actually, wait a minute, was there more than that? No, I think that was it, yeah. So, this is not my favorite. This is probably my least favorite one, and I'm actually unsure why that is. It's probably because every single ability takes a huge amount of time to activate, and doesn't seem really to... Yeah, this is good, don't get me wrong, that is fantastic. But this has a 25-second cooldown, so that's pretty harsh. But other than that, I really like this one ability called Overcharged Cannons. Now, I think that is cool. I think that is one of the best features of this walker, but for the most part, it's kind of frustrating to use because, as you can see, it uses 8 seconds just to charge up, and then you have to get into range before the charge wears off, which takes a few seconds, but as you can see, after the 8 seconds, you can basically instantly kill anything, which is really amazing. And if I could just look at my map, that would be fantastic. Okay, so, yeah, now, this is going to be pretty easy, because I can just stomp these guys, no problem at all. And maybe I just played it wrong before. Maybe I just played it wrong on Zaynash, because beforehand I was finding it extremely tedious to fight on that walker, but maybe this walker with Zaylan is a little bit different. So, let's just see whether that is indeed the case. I'm not going to be completing the bonus mission. I've already done that. Does not do anything. Does not change the story one bit. So, we're just going to charge up a little bit here. And I'm going to try and do some damage to the communication array. And obviously, I'm going to stomp this guy right in front of me. Come on now. You really seriously are trying to kill one of your own walkers. You must know how powerful it is. Surely. Okay, well, let's go close. There we go. Lovely damage there. And then I'm going to move a little bit closer to use our homing missiles. Now bear in mind that there is another walker over there, and that's a little bit worrying, I gotta say. That is a little bit... Oh, apparently I attacked it by mistake. Well, that's what happens, I suppose, when... Oh, when I use my homing missiles. That's not good. Okay, so let's charge up a little bit. Hopefully it won't interrupt me. Now, this enemy, yeah, there, as you can see, the enemy has a pretty bad habit of interrupting me, no matter what happens, basically. So I'm just going to try and use some of my abilities that last a little bit longer, so, you know, homing missiles and things like that, hopefully, because Zaynash, believe it or not, died against one of these. And I can't believe that, really. I really can't believe that. So we're just going to try and see what we can do. I'm just going to use my heavy attack mostly and my basic, and then we're going to hopefully have enough firepower to burst through. Okay, so I think I've come to the conclusion that I was playing this walker completely wrong before, and that was probably the reason why it was my least favorite, because I personally loved the battle huge war droid thing when we were on Iakath, and I wasn't actually, you know, I didn't really mind about the initial walker that we gained in Chapter 1. But this one actually seems to be a lot better than that one, so maybe this one has sort of crept into second place, because as you can see, I'm just going to demonstrate this real quick. I don't actually need to do anything. This is the beauty of this one, I suppose you could say. But yeah, that's obviously if you just want to be lazy like me. But anyway, let's see what we can do here. I'm actually just going to stand here, going to use my missiles, because that's what we do, and then everything around us kind of dies pretty nicely. Unfortunately, they seem to have a bit of an evasion problem going on here. As you can see, there seems to be... Yeah, they seem to be evading me. Okay, so, okay. There's a bit of a bug here. So, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move on by and take on the next group. Because if I'm unable to damage the walker enough to be able to eliminate it, and it's just going to continue evading and restoring its HP, then obviously that's a bit pointless. So I'm just going to move on instead and tackle the next group. And we do need to clear the debris here anyway, so that's perfectly fine. But as you can see, look at that. I'm not doing anything, I'm not pressing any buttons, and it's literally killing everything in sight. So that's kind of nice. I like that, obviously. But, yeah, for the most part, I think it's actually not a bad walker. It's not bad. So my complaints earlier were kind of, you know, sort of unfounded. But anyway, yeah, I personally feel like the walker sections in general are kind of weak, but it's okay. Let's destroy this forest log.
Status update.
Mando reinforcements heading Baywan's way.
Figured you'd be in the middle of the action.
This is what we live for. No way we're sitting this one out.
My students and I sought to defend the gravestone. Enemy artillery slowed our progress.
I got this. Ogorok gave me some toys to take out their big guns.
It's dangerous behind enemy lines, Vet. Watch your back.
Relax. They'll never even know I'm here.
If we hit the enemy forces from behind, we buy the gravestone some time.
What was Lana doing in the walker up until that time? Was she just putting it in park or something? I don't even know, but what we do know is we're going to be making our way to the dry dock still, but we're now out of the walker, so we're going to have to fight everything manually. But we do get to see a really cool Jedi Knight and a kind of nice shade of lightsaber color there. But yeah, anyway, I suppose I'll be fighting all of these guys, and I'll see you after that. Ah, it seems we may have found a fallen ally. Let's see if we can assist, I guess.
Enemy troops broke through the lines. They're trying to take the gravestone.
Senya and I are close. We won't let them take the ship.
Arkan and I are at the gravestone.
Welcome back to the land of the living, Senya.
It's good to be back. And now I get to thank you for all you've done for me and for Arkan. It's time to repay our debt.
Heads up! Got some uninvited guests.
Hold fast. Lana and I are on the way.
We have to hurry. Without the gravestone, the battle is already lost.
Oh, that's awesome. That was really cool. That was really, really cool. Okay, so I personally feel like the light side certainly is a lot more interesting and a lot more dynamic than the dark side. I feel like the dark side options kind of limit things a little bit. If you haven't seen it already, then I'd highly recommend watching the dark side ones, but or actually experiencing it for yourself. But point is, I actually think the light side has a little bit of an edge for the most part, and I don't say that lightly, because I actually prefer dark side for the most part, because usually they will give you much more interesting options, or neutral will give you much more interesting options in most cases. But the point is, that was amazing. I really like that. I like that they just actually implement Arkan and Senya, and they're helping you, and it's just all fantastic. Oh, and now we have this bug again. What's happening with these evading units? What's happening here? I mean, look at this. They're just evading. I'm not standing anywhere that would actually cause a problem, but apparently they are having a problem with me doing that. So I'm just going to run on by. I'm just going to leave them, and that's basically all I can do. You know, now that I think about it, I think you can probably just run by on your mount. You don't even need to fight. Look, let's just try it out and see if that works. It does. Okay, so yeah, in some situations you can probably just avoid conflict, and that's absolutely fine, because I really want to see what happens here. Ah, we have to defeat the Zakul forces. Oh, of course we do. Well, that's a shame. Ah, that is a shame. I would very much... Oh my, it's a boss. Of course it is. Okay, so Tyrell Jericho. Hello there. Okay, so am I going to... Yeah, I'm just going to kill you first, and then I'll focus on your droids after that. Wow, it seems he's dying very easily. Okay, let's use force push. Can we use force push against him? Nope, nope, never mind. Okay, we can't do that. And I'm going to try and interrupt his abilities. Yes, okay, he's doing sweeping strike. Can't really do much about that, unfortunately. He is immune to stuns, though, I think. So that's kind of a shame. Okay, so what is happening? Come on, kill him. Yes, thank you very much. Okay, some weird bugs going on right now. I don't even know. I just stopped attacking for a number of seconds. Yeah, can you imagine that? Can you imagine that in a real lightsaber duel? You know, can you imagine, for example, Darth Maul versus Qui-Gon Jinn? Can you imagine Darth Maul just going like, oh, I'm just gonna stop real quick. Stop in mid-air while I'm swinging my lightsaber. And it's happening again. Well, that's a bit weird, isn't it? I actually have no idea what's going on there. Maybe the servers are having a bit of a problem. But it's fine because we're actually killing it. No problem at all. And I think that will be it. And hopefully there'll be... it's a long cutscene, I think.
We couldn't have held out much longer alone.
I should have known Vaylin would attack Odessen. Just like Voss, you gave us shelter. And now you're paying the price.
This isn't your fault. Vaylin hates me just as much as she hates you.
My daughter is... broken. I see that now.
We will not let Odessen fall to her.
Walkers coming our way. Too many.
Bet you're glad we installed those upgrades now.
Nice work. Now show me what those guns can do against Vaylin's fleet.
Roger that.
The gravestone alone won't turn this battle. My sister's unleashing the full fury of the Eternal Empire on Odessen.
Conquest isn't enough. She seeks to annihilate us. For her, this is personal.
Vaylin won't stop until everyone on Odessen is dead. I won't let that happen.
If you lure her down to the surface, you can confront her face to face.
I'm on the enemy flank, joined up with Sana Ray, but we could use a little more firepower.
Lana, help Theron. I'm heading to the front lines. Vaylin needs to know exactly where to find me.
You won't have to face her alone. Arkin and I will join you.
I'm honored to have you fighting at my side.
The honor is ours, Commander. You've given us a chance to atone for our family's crimes. We won't waste it.
My daughter must be stopped. At any cost.
Oh, now that's cool. That is very cool. And we have Arkin's abilities to help us. Oh, I like it. I like it. I don't know. I just really like the additional dialogue because I know that if you do not have Senya and Arkin with you, then you have, I believe, Theron instead, and that's perfectly fine. I'm perfectly fine with Theron coming with us, but that is just a little bit better in my opinion. So, anyway, what we're gonna do now is we're probably gonna be killing these guys and then heading to the front lines. But for now, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.